Life lesson story, The Old Key in the Drawer, a story about memories, healing, and unlocking what we hide from ourselves. When Mara moved back into her childhood home after 12 years away, she felt like she was stepping into a ghost of her former life. The house was quiet, not too quiet. Dusty picture frames lined the hallway. The wallpaper had lost its color, and the rooms felt smaller than she remembered. She came home for one reason: to pack what was left after her mother's passing. But grief has a way of slowing hands and speeding memories. On her second night back, Mara opened the dresser in her mother's bedroom and found something she didn't expect: a tiny rusted brass key tucked inside a velvet pouch. Attached to it was a faded tag with her mother's handwriting. "For when you're ready." Mara stared at the key for a long moment, her heart tightening. She whispered, "Ready for what, Mom?" There was no answer, only the hum of silence settling into the old house. Over the next days, Mara packed clothes, sorted letters, and boxed books. But her mind kept drifting to the key. She checked every drawer, cabinet, and jewelry box, but nothing seemed to match. One evening, overwhelmed, she sat on the floor beside the dresser and cried. She cried for her mother, for the time she wasted being too busy, for the distance years had built between them. As she wiped her tears, her fingers brushed the bottom panel of the drawer. It wiggled slightly. Curious, Mara pressed harder. The panel popped loose. Behind it was a hidden compartment she had never seen. Inside lay a small wooden box, simple, old, carved with delicate patterns of vines and tiny stars. The keyhole was tiny. Mara's breath caught. Her hands trembled as she inserted the brass key. It turned with a soft, familiar click. Inside the box were 4 objects: a folded stack of letters tied with ribbon, a dried daisy pressed between parchment, a tiny silver bracelet, and at the bottom, a handwritten note: "For the things I never said, and the things I hope you someday understand." Mara's vision blurred with tears. She opened the first letter. "My sweet girl, if you found this, it means you returned home. I always knew you would, maybe not out of joy, but because you carry more strength than you realize. I know our relationship grew strained as you grew older. I saw you trying to become strong by being distant. I let you because I hoped the world would treat you gently, even when I couldn't find the right words. This daisy is from the day you learned to ride your bike. You fell 5 times but kept standing. You put it in my apron pocket and said, 'This is for luck, Mama.' When you left home, I kept it for my luck instead." Mara pressed the daisy to her chest, tears dripping onto the parchment. She opened the next letter. "When you were 14, you gave me this bracelet for Mother's Day. You saved for months. You thought I didn't like it because I never wore it. Truth is, I couldn't. I was afraid I would break it. It was the first thing you bought with your own effort, and it meant more to me than you ever knew." Mara wiped her eyes. She remembered that bracelet. She remembered her heartbreak the day her mother didn't wear it. How wrong she was. Her mother hadn't rejected the gift. She had protected it. The third letter shook her the most. "And finally, I know you blame me for being too strict, too careful, too afraid. But I only had one child. One you. And I didn't know how to be a mother without fearing the world might hurt you. If I held you too tightly, it was because I didn't know how to let go. If I seemed hard, it was because life had been hard on me. But you were the softest thing I ever held. Wherever you go next, go without guilt, without regret. But take this key. It opens more than a box. It opens the truth. You were always loved, even when we failed to say it right. Mama." Mara pressed the letters to her heart and wept, not with pain, but with a deep, aching love. The next morning, she carried the wooden box to the backyard garden, the place where her mother used to drink tea and hum on quiet mornings. Mara sat on the old stone bench, sunlight warming her face. For the first time in years, she spoke aloud. "I forgive you, Mom. And I hope you forgive me too." A soft breeze brushed her cheek. The leaves rustled gently, almost like an answer. Mara closed the box and tucked it into her suitcase. She wasn't leaving with just memories. She was leaving with a truth unlocked by a tiny old key. Some love is quiet. Some apologies come late. Some healing begins only when we are finally ready, just as her mother wrote. Moral of the story: the things we lock away, memories, regrets, unspoken love, wait patiently for the day we are strong enough to face them. Healing begins when we choose to open the drawer.